Hello and welcome back to IndipinoyTech. I'm Prem Gompa and today we're going to look at part 2 of Introduction to Google Classroom. Yesterday I left you all with a thought on what is the difference between WhatsApp and Google Classroom. Well, the name is a difference. The facilities or the options that are given are different. For one, Google Classroom has more options available, okay, like some that we will look at today. WhatsApp basically is going to let you start a group and add members as time progresses, and those members get to see every activity only after they have been added. They cannot see any activity that has happened before they have been added, in the sense that everything that was any activity that had happened in the group before they were added wouldn't be visible to the group members that were added over a period of time. With Google Classroom, that's not the problem. With Google Classroom, what happens is you can add a student at any given time throughout the semester or throughout the year to your Google Classroom, and they get to see posts or notifications right from the beginning. So if you give your first assignment right at the beginning of the year, they get to see it even after 2 weeks or 3 weeks of them being added into the classroom. So say they have been added 2 weeks down the line, they get to see the posts that were initiated 2 weeks ago. I hope that clears some of our confusions on that. Now let's look at this. This is our Chrome browser. I want you to notice that there are these 3 options on the extreme right hand side. The first one gives you an idea of which Google account you're using, and coming to your left, the second one has 9 dots, and that is where you'll find the other applications from Google, like Gmail or YouTube or Google Search, your Google Drive and others. Now we're going to concentrate on the setting for today among the other tabs that are here. Yeah, so if you click on the settings button there, you'll see that we have something called as a class details. We have filled this up, all of these or most of it except for class description. You can add that to your to these details here and make it complete. Then you'll also see there's this general part where you have the class code which we have shared. You could display it from here, you could copy it from here, you could reset it, you can disable it. Resetting it will not hamper any changes to the students that are already in place. You'll just need to give the new students the new code. The old code will not work once you reset it. Then you can disable it altogether so that any other student who has your code cannot just join in just because they have the code. Some students will be out there who would be notorious, who would just join to your classroom but haven't registered for the course yet. So you can disable it from here. You can look at your stream. You can see students can post and comment. I leave it there as students can post and comment because I want some kind of interaction between the students among themselves as well as student and teacher. But if you want to have only comments from your students, you can post a question or you can post an assignment and they can only comment on what has been posted. You could do that. You could also do an option where you get to post and you get to comment. The student doesn't have access to that opportunity. Okay, so I'll leave it as student can post. Then classwork on the stream, we want to see if notifications are available. I prefer condensed notifications, but if you want to see notifications with attachments and details, you can do that, or you can hide notifications altogether. Now the other option that is here is show deleted items. I prefer to leave it off. You can turn it on and see the deleted stuff that the student or you have posted and you have deleted. I prefer to leave it off. The last part here is marking, which is something that is very crucial for every teacher to keep record of marks from students. Now if you are a traditional teacher and you want to keep that on a register, that's up to you, but then Google Classroom has put that in place where you can have your categories laid out and marking goes on with that. Okay, now let's look at this one first. Overall mark calculation. We can choose a grading system type, either total points or weighted by category. I prefer total points. Now, do we want students to look or see the points? Yes, I prefer that. That motivates some of them at least. Then you can add categories, like for example classroom, classwork. Okay, I wouldn't give 100 points, but 10 points is good enough, I feel. Then homework, another 10 points here. Then maybe class test. Yeah, this can be another 10 points. It all depends on you as a teacher. You can add more categories here. I would stop there and save that. Okay, that's something you need to remember, to make sure you save. If you do not save, all the changes that you have made wouldn't show up. Okay, that's here on the settings. Let's go and look at what else is available. Yeah, classwork. Okay, it says here classwork, but these can be you can even create assignments as homeworks, right? So let's look at what's here available at create. You click on that plus sign and you see assignments, quiz assignments, questions. These questions can be questions that you lay out and students get to interact with each other and discuss that question. You can answer questions. There are some students who might have a different perspective on that question, and they might be able to give a better answer than some of us as teachers. You know, all of that is possible. Then you've got this materials section where you as a teacher can add your syllabus, you can add your class notes, you can add any kind of material that would help students' growth. Yeah, and if you want to reuse a post, you could reuse a post, edit a little, and you're good to go. You don't need to start from scratch. Then you have got this topic. You click on that and you can add topics to the overall classroom. You can add topics and categorize your material accordingly. I'll cancel this as I'm not going to add topics right here. Now if you notice, there's Google Calendar and Class Drive folder. These two are very essential, very important, and you'll get to know this most probably in a couple videos from this, where we're going to look at how Google Calendar and Class Drive folders help you in interacting with your class and setting up appointments and deadlines and where to find your material and all of those things. Okay, we'll go on to the next tab, the People tab. Now if you remember, we looked at giving out the class code to students. Adding students can be easy that way, as well as you can add students by inviting students from here. All you need is to type in their email address and send them an invite. Okay, I'm going to cancel this. The other thing you can do here is add teachers. If you want to co-teach with someone else, someone who knows a part of your subject or a subsection of that topic, you can add a co-teacher here, and that teacher can co-teach with you, can give assignments to your students on your behalf, or can give assignments to your students on their behalf. Okay, so you can add both teachers as well as students into your Google Classroom. Yes, and the last part is marks. We cannot see anything happening here because we haven't assigned anything to our students. Okay, hopefully in the next video I will be posting or I'll be teaching you how to post assignments. We will go to our classwork, we will post assignments from here, we will create assignments, we will look at how to get those graded and how those marks are going to be replicated or shown on Google Classroom. If you did like my video, please take time to subscribe, like, share it with your colleagues, your friends, so that they also could benefit out of it. In the next video, we are going to look at assignments, tests, quizzes, and the likes of that. Please stay tuned. If you haven't learned how to set up your Google Classroom, please watch my first video on this series and you'll get to know that too. See you in the next one.